Tesla, look, it's been a long journey. We've had some good times, we've had some bad times. I don't quite know how to say this, but I think our relationship is quite toxic. Some days you're really good to me, some days you're a complete arsehole. I understand where you want to go in life. I understand everything that you're going through. But emotionally you're breaking me. Some days you're up, some days you're down. And it hurts. It hurts my wallet. I think you need to decide what you want to do. Because I'm not sure I can do this much longer. Please. Sort your shit out. I absolutely love Tesla. Before I even thought about investing, I've wanted a Tesla. To be fair, I'm a massive petrol head. So when Tesla first came out, I hated them. Absolutely hated them. Bit like Jeremy Clarkson, like mugged off electric vehicles, never going to work, blah, 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 blah.
So what do you think of Jeremy Clarkson?
I think, well, Clarkson's show is much more about entertainment than it is about truth. I think most people realize that, but not everyone. And I've actually enjoyed a lot of his shows, so it's not as though I just hate Top Gear or anything. He can be very funny and irreverent, but he does have a strong bias against electric cars, and he particularly seems to hate American. Like his two pet peeves are American cars and electric cars, and we're an American electric car, so we're in the worst possible situation for someone like Clarkson.
There's a few videos of a white Tesla and it just annihilates anything with a combustion engine, like absolutely destroys it.
And then there's that.
When I started my investment journey, I decided Tesla and Boeing. That was my biggest go-tos. That's what I wanted. At the time, Boeing were like 400 quid or $400. Tesla were at 900, so realistically, I was never going to be able to afford them. And then the big crash happened, and that was it. I piled on the Boeing, I piled on the Tesla. Boeing didn't work out. I did make a bit of money on Boeing, but I sold my Boeing shares to buy back my Tesla shares. So what I'll do is I'll go over my portfolio in a minute, and I will have a breakdown of when I bought them, when I sold them, how much for, where I am now. I'll go over a breakdown of Tesla's new battery day, and obviously you guys from my previous video know that. And to be fair, I was a bit harsh. It was a bit harsh. The shareholders meeting and the beginning of the battery day, the presentation was actually very good. They laid out where they want to go, what they want to do, where they see the future of the company and all the rest of it. So from a shareholder's point of view, it was good. It was just the Q&A was a bit of a flop. You guys need to watch it. It was just a very awkward situation. I mean, from my point of view, I'll be buying more Tesla stocks. I can see Tesla in the next 2 or 3 years getting back to where it was before the split. I think $1,500 to $2,000 a share is a realistic price for Tesla within 24 months. Obviously, you long-term guys that have watched my videos know that I am looking to buy a house in October of 2021. I don't think the stock price is going to move it that much. Currently, they're down. But then there was the inflation of the 5-to-1 split. If you don't know about that, then where the hell have you been? Like, everybody knows about that. But basically, Tesla said that their stock price is too expensive. Please comment below if I'm wrong. but they wanted to do the 5-to-1 split because the share price was too expensive for retail investors and mainly for their employees. It was an unrealistic share price for their employees to buy into the company. So they wanted to do a 5-to-1 split, and because Tesla is the hype of the decade, everyone bought in, everyone. So unfortunately, there's people like that were in it for a quick buck, which it worked because it bumped the price up to, I think on the split it was $2,400, around that price. The price went up, and then a couple of days later, clearly what happened, everyone that had bought into Tesla for the 5-to-1 split to make a quick buck waited for the hype to die down, waited for the price to go up, sold, and then the price absolutely flopped. Then we're currently in the middle of a market drop. So the price has gone down again. My personal opinion on the stock market at the moment is just correcting itself. It's, well, tech and Tesla, because it is a tech stock, it's just correcting itself back to what it was before the big hype. That's my personal opinion. What your opinion is and what other people's opinion is, like, that's yours. My opinion is the stock's just balancing out because it's getting a bit over the top. So what is it that Tesla actually do? So obviously they are in the auto game, so they build cars. They've also got their gigafactories, which is where they build their batteries. They're in the solar game as well. So for those of you that don't know, they do their power packs that are in cars. I think they're from their cars, or they'll be related in some way. So what happens is the solar panels then charge the batteries during the day, and then at night when there's no solar, you're using the power from the batteries, so you're off of the grid. I mean, the guy's changing the world. He's doing it with skyscrapers as well, so commercially he's going to be doing that as well.
I think solar power is one of the biggest changes that the world will see in my lifetime. It's a truly revolutionary technology. I've had solar panels on the roof of my house for 7 years, and just recently I've upgraded it and fitted a Tesla Powerwall. So even if the battery's completely flat, by the time I'm up and around with the dogs, it's got probably 3, 4, 5%. And that's enough, interestingly, to boil a kettle and put on the toaster. On a sunny day, mid-morning, it's at 50%. I know that I'm capturing most of that electricity for later use, so it's a very, very different mindset. The Tesla app, I'm embarrassed to admit, I reckon 20, 25 times a day I'll check it. I get a little bit obsessive with it, I admit. So basically what a Powerwall lets you do is use the power from the sun at night. When the family's here and we're cooking, the laundry's doing, the washing machine's on, the tumble dryer, the dishwasher, the kettle, I know we're not taking that power from the grid, which we used to be when we only had solar panels and didn't store the energy. Now we're taking all that power from the Powerwall. The glory is it's guilt-free use. The vast majority of electricity that we use in this house is coming from the sun, and that is a great feeling.